good amount of likes before we get started today, so that's really, really good, really kind. We do have a topic today. Yes, that's right. And we will be talking about James Bond, No Time to Die, and specifically what I feel, and I've got examples and things like that anyway, what I feel is like quite a large media cope with it. So I did the video today on Kerry Fukunaga's interview saying, basically, well, he came out and said, Sean Connery's Bond was a rapist. And then all manner of other little bits and pieces that dropped in. We're going to go back over that. And then we're going to take a look. So just a bit of a recap on that. Not the video, but some of the interview. And then we're going to go to another article that I stumbled across, which is basically claiming that the UK, and I'm genuinely shocked to see this. There's Bond mania. That is the word that was used. Bond mania. Apparently, cinemas are hiring new people. They're not going to cope with Bond mania otherwise. And I'm sat there going, like, I read this article in one of two places. I was either sat on the toilet, yes, or I was sat in my car, and I read this article, and I just thought to myself, what? Bond mania? I don't see it. I don't see it anywhere. And so I want to take a look at a few bits and pieces just to sort of have a look and see exactly, where this has come from. Because I do believe it's a big old pile of media cope. And I don't think it comes directly from the media. I think it actually comes from the Broccolis, MGM, the people who made the film. Because they know that they need to make 900 million odd to get anywhere close to breaking even. Getting anywhere close to making any amount of money. And I think that they have finally gone, shit. Because that's all I can think it is. That's the only thing I can think it is. So let's dive into that. If you want to join in the conversation and you want to support the channel and, just chime in, use the super chats. Whilst we're doing topics like this, I will still be looking at the conversations that are happening now, but it's a good way to support and join in the conversation and get your comments thrown into this live stream. And this will be available after the fact. And hello, people watching after the fact. Side note, if I sound a little bit odd, I'm currently deaf. I've said this before. People that have been on the channel for a little while will know this. Intermittently, I become deaf. Don't really want to get into it. Don't want to explain it. Just need to know if I sound a bit weird. I can't hear myself, so I don't know how loud I'm talking. Alright, I can see the decibels, but I don't know how loud I'm talking. So there you go. Anyway, let's take a look first and foremost at the key pieces of information that was in... Let's do that recap, right? Let's do that recap stuff that I wanted to do. Because I think you guys will find this to be absolutely fascinating. Where shall we put this? Where shall we put this? Let's put this over here, right? And also as well, like heads up everyone, how are we all? Are we all good? I don't know whether this is going to... I'm hoping this won't change. Yeah, okay, cool. So I'm just going to move this out of the way so I can still look at you guys, see what you guys are saying. Cool. So how are we all? Just before we dive into this, where are we all in the world? Are you having a great Friday? I was contemplating getting a little bit drunk today, but I'm probably going to do that tomorrow and do a live stream instead. Because that sounds like fun to me, I think. So that's probably what we're going to be doing tomorrow. I was contemplating doing a Friday night tripe. That's the name of what happens when I get drunk and jump on a stream. So anyway, lots of people are feeling good. Lots of people are good. Just going to shuffle you out the way there as well. Mike V, hey Mr. H, started watching your videos a while ago. I really enjoy your content and input. Keep it up, buddy. You're doing great work. Well, thank you so much. It's very kind of you. Also, side note, Nicky Pimp Daddy H, what's up, Pappy Chulo? Fuck's sake. Brilliant. Also, side note, my Instagram will be reactivated. I deactivated it. I explained on the last one. I will reactivate it just as a quick heads up. So let's dive into this. This is an interview which sets the stage for the video I did earlier, but also goes into the information about the movie currently and how they've approached it and the very clear set mindset and approach that they've had. So if you want to check this out with me, you can. It's on the Hollywood Reporter. Happy for anyone to go and have a look at this stuff whilst you're sort of, reading along with me. Now, this was quite shocking, I think. So Craig is accustomed to the Bond three-ring circus, and says Fukunaga navigated it with ease. It's crucial with the franchise to have individual directors imprint their take on the character and story, and Carey truly brought his own unique vision, the actor says. Having an auteur of his calibre at the helm is tangible in the end result. Now this, generally speaking, we could think is most likely PR spin, let's be honest, right? But there is a certain element of that. They do add their own spin on it. They do, like a little bit, not much, but a little bit. And then we get to this. Perhaps the biggest hurdle for the film was bringing its globe-trotting Lothario into Hollywood's post-Me Too reality. After all, No Time to Die began development in 2016, before the industry embarked on a period of self-reflection in the wake of Harvey Weinstein's downfall for predatory behaviour. And what they really mean by that is everyone was going, shit, are they going to come for me next because I knew and I didn't bother telling anyone? Because we all know that was what was happened. We all know everyone in Hollywood knew what was going on. And they didn't bother to tell anyone. Because, that's, let's be honest, this is all this kind of self-congratulatory nonsense from Hollywood. It's the same situation with Jimmy Savile in the UK. Guys in the States might not be aware of this, but we have the BBC in the UK. It's funded with public money, basically a tax. And one of the guys that was in with the BBC, Jimmy Savile, used to be, basically, he was a paedophile. And he used to go around touching up little kids. Everyone knew it. And no one in the BBC bothered to say anything. And so this is exactly the same situation with Hollywood. It's utter degeneracy and it is disgusting. And I'm partial to a little bit of, degeneracy of some kind, but not that kind of degeneracy. That's abhorrent behaviour. Just thought I'd throw that out there. There's nothing wrong with actual degeneracy when it's, consenting and legal. But anyway, let's dive into this a little bit further. So like I said, that is absolutely just some, Hollywood self-congratulatory bullshit. Oh, we've ousted Harvey Weinstein. Oh, ho, ho, ho. They're not going to find me now. So shut up, mate. Come on now, behave. So though Craig Zuver puts a greater emphasis on the quality of drinks than the quantity of women, the history of Bond includes casual misogyny and worse. Now, by very definition, misogyny cannot actually be casual. Misogyny, by its actual definition, not when we try to redefine things. Misogyny, by its actual definition, cannot be casual, right? It's a deep-seated hatred for women, right? It's a deep-seated... You can't be... I'm just casually hating women. You can't casually hate women. It's not how it works. But again, like I said, this sets the stage. This sets the stage. Is it Thunderball or Goldfinger where, basically, Sean Connery's character rapes a woman? Fukunaga asks. She's like, no, no, no. And he's like, yes, yes, yes. That wouldn't fly today. You mean playing hard to get wouldn't fly today? Right. Okay then. Ladies in the chat. I know we don't have many ladies that watch me, sadly. We don't have many ladies. I'm joking. We don't have many ladies that watch me. You can't play hard to get anymore because Kerry Fukunaga here is going to assume that you're being raped. Okay, he's going to call the police and the person that you were playing hard to get for, he's going to be arrested and he's going to be charged with rape. Just thought I'd let you know. All right? Just save people from the jail sentence and don't play hard to get. Just offer your minge up and it'll be fine. Alright? Playing hard to get, not allowed in Kerry Fukunaga's book. Okay? Not allowed. Like, fucking what world are we living in? Seriously? And this is what I mean. This sets the stage. Like I said, it genuinely sets the stage. Because this is the kind of film that's been made. And just as an FYI, you know, I want this film to be good. They did their first piece of marketing, which looked like absolute trash, looked garbage. They did their second trailer, and that didn't look anywhere near as bad. It didn't look exciting, and it looked bland, but it didn't look bad. It just looked boring. Although boring is probably one of the worst things you can be for a film. So I still want this film to be good, but when people are saying things like this, you start to go, what are you doing? Like, this is just nonsense. This is just absolute nonsense. So again, setting the stage. Remember, we're setting the stage here. So at Fukunaga's suggestion, Phoebe Waller-Bridge was brought in to work on the draft he wrote with Neil Purvis and Robert Wade, who have worked on every Bond film since 99's The World Is Not Enough. Great film. The perception was that Fleabag creator was used post-Reckoning to make Bond more woke, but Fukunaga dismisses that idea. So Fukunaga brought Phoebe Waller-Bridge on, right? He said we need to bring her on. People believe she was brought on to quote-unquote woke it up. He says no, that's not the case. But then he also says this. I think that's the expectation. A female writing very strong female roles, but that's something Barbara wanted already. From my very first conversations with Broccoli, that was a very strong drive. You can't change Bond overnight into a different person. So Barbara said, we need to get a female writer to write these characters. Can you find one? Yeah, sure, I'll find one. Oh, but we didn't do it to you know, quote unquote woke it up. And I think what I find so ridiculous about this whole thing, and it is ridiculous, right, is that this is the rewriting of history of the James Bond franchise. There are so many strong female characters throughout the years in the James Bond franchise. So many, right? Every single James Bond that has appeared has always had very strong female characters that have either worked alongside him or have worked in a villainous role against him. And then along comes, and this is what happens in, you know, current modern day, because this is the new, it happened with Shang-Chi, by the way. Oh, we don't have famous Chinese actors doing movies. No. Yes, you do. What? This sort of major drive to try to you know, be the first at doing this and be groundbreaking. You're throwing your history under the bus. James Bond has always had strong females. Always. I mean, just the last one, Pierce Brosnan went up against Xenia Onatop, the woman that fucked men to death. She fucked men to death. I remember that. I remember watching that and I was like, she's just fucked a man to death. With her thighs. She fucked a man to death. What's going on? What's happening? I mean, that is the strongest woman you could possibly be. Slightly misandristic, you know. Clearly hated men, you're going to fuck them to death. But, you know, sort of still want to fuck them as well. I mean, what's going on? I mean, to say, what? But, you know, well, we need strong... You've had them. You've had them for years. What are you doing? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm loving it. It's good fun. And then we get this. So it's this sort of commentary, right? And I actually agree with this next part. I do, on principle. So he says, you can't change Bond overnight into a different person, but you can definitely change the world around him and the way he has to function in that world. Now I don't think you have to change how the character, how the character of Bond functions in the world, but you can change how people respond to him. And they actually did that in Pierce Brosnan's movies. You're a relic. You're a relic, Bond. You're a relic. And it was a source of comedy between M and Pierce Brosnan's Bond. You're a relic, Bond. Get out of here. Get out of here, Bond. Whatever. Did we forget this? Like, did we actually forget? I think we did. I think, ladies and gents, we've forgotten what's happened in James Bond. Utter nonsense. What a shame. What a shame. We have a super sticker, a hot dog super sticker from Captain Hindsight for 14 Norwegian kroner. Thank you so much. What is everyone saying in the chat just briefly now? Just going to see what you guys are all saying because I have missed it a little bit. Yeah, people are saying, yep, Xenia on the top. Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is what I mean. Like, you can't get any more of a strong female. Someone that literally, you know, fucks a man to death. I mean, that's pretty strong, right? Like, you know, we can all agree with that. But like I say, so they talk about wanting to change the world, you know, around Bond, so he must function differently in it. Well, that's changing Bond. You know, just have people respond to him differently, or him respond to them differently as a result of the way he interacts with them. Logan Johnson for $5 super chat. Thank you so much, helping to keep the lights on here. Thank you. Says, enjoy your vids a lot. Keep up the good work, Mr. H, and keep speaking your mind. Well, thank you so much. We've got nearly 327 viewers here. Can we get a little bit more likes in this video, please? Can we get we've got 130 likes. Can we let's get to 250? That'd be great. M called Bond a misogynistic dinosaur. Exactly. This has been done, right? And it's been done better, more comedic. Much, much more comedic. But apparently that's not been done, according to Kerry Fukunaga here. And then we get this. So, and this, I've never understood this. This is a very strange thing to even come up with. It's a story about a white man as a spy in this world. Right, okay. Colour of his skin is not relevant in any way, shape or form, but sure. But you have to be willing to lean in and do the work to make the female characters more than just contrivances. Nowhere ever was I watching a Bond film thinking that these women are contrivances. Like, they were fully fleshed out characters. There was even talk of the Halle Berry spin-off Bond film. It was a thing, and everyone was really looking. Everyone was like, "Yeah, great, cool, let's do it." Right? Lots of people seemed fine about it. Was that a contrivance? Were they contrivances then? Or are we now, universally, anyone who liked Bond previous to this new James Bond movie, were we all just misogynists, deeply repressed, we just didn't realise it? I fucking slap my wrist. I'm such a misogynist. I hate women. Women, tune off the video. I literally hate you so much. I'm a misogynist. I have a deep-seated hatred for you all. Of course I fucking don't. I love women. Jesus Christ. And then we get this nonsense, right? And it's total nonsense. We've got another super chat. Thank you so much from Chris for £5. Again, literally keeping the lights on here. Thank you so much. So Chris says, shame Xenia Onatop method of killing was never a weapons option on GoldenEye multiplayer. I know, goddamn. Oh, Jesus. That's funny. Yeah, that would have been good, wouldn't it? That would have been fantastic. Yeah, loads of people saying about Halle Berry. Yeah. Hate me harder, please. I hate you all, women. You're just awful. I hate you all. H said it on camera, everyone. His haters can out of context cancel him now. Absolutely, try and cancel me. You're not gonna fucking be able to. It'd be funny if COVID is mentioned in the movie. Oh God, I hope not. I really do hope not. So anyways, so getting back to this, and then this has been the source of, much sort of nonsense. And everyone knows what they're doing. The media knows what they're doing. They're like, the new 007, Lashana Lynch. It's like, well, she's not the new 007. We know she's not the new 007. What are you talking about? So Lynch, who plays 00 agent Nomi, and I said this in the video I released today, I said they're going to miss a trick, right? And they're not going to do it because definitely that's misogynistic, what I'm about to say. All right, just wait, all right? This is going to be misogynistic, all right? But if they don't do a joke about Nomi, nom nom nom, fucking, they've missed the beat. They've missed the trick there, haven't they? They need to do it. They need to. But anyway, so Nomi in No Time to Die thinks Fukunaga succeeded. And again, she clearly has never watched James Bond before. Ever. Kerry had big discussions with Barbara and Daniel about how to give the female characters equity. How to keep them in charge of themselves. One of them fucked men to death. That's some equity. How to give them solo moments where the audience learns who they are. Everyone fucking knows Xenia Onatopp, alright? She fucks men to death. It was really important to empower the female characters. You don't get any more empowered than fucking a man to death. Alright? Standalones. And I think that he kept that in mind throughout the whole shoot. I didn't feel like Nomi, as a young black woman, was constantly standing behind the white guy. Which for me is job done. Oh, right, there you go. Job done. Job done that, you know, you as a black girl doesn't stand behind a white guy. I mean, fucking Jesus. Of course. Your skin is so important in a James Bond film. Jesus wept. And here's where my confidence in the film immediately drops, right? Is because this is, you know, the female characters have always stood on their own. They always have. Now, I can't remember her name, but I think she was a famous model, if I remember rightly. And I don't know if she went up against Sean Connery's James Bond. The black woman with the almost like a flat top. You are not going to think about that, right? And go, she stood behind a white guy, right? She was a badass, right? I remember the movie. Like, I watched this years and years and years ago, and I haven't watched it since. So forgive my memory. But I remember, like, there was with horses and stuff like that. I think that she was in a stables, and she kicked the living shit out of people. And you don't sit there and go, oh yeah, well she's just standing behind that white Scotsman. Damn, oppression. Like, nowhere did you ever think that. And then Lashana Lynch, fucking 2021 comes along. Oppression. I'm oppressed. You're not oppressed at all. Shut up. Nothing that you're going to do is going to convince me that you are oppressed. Shut the fuck up. You are a millionaire. You are an actor. You are lower in the running to prostitutes, right? You're an actor. You're paid to act like someone else, right? You are less than a prostitute here. You are not oppressed, okay? You're paid millions to do that. Nothing about you is oppressed. But bloody Lashana Lynch comes along and she goes, oh, I'm oppressed, but, you know, Kerry Fukunaga put me in front of Bond. And it's like, right, okay. So narratively here, I'm looking at this and I'm going, right, well, are we at a point now where, because of the system that we're in currently, this 2021 fucking clown world, has Kerry Fukunaga and the Broccoli's, do we not have a lead character anymore? Are we not making an actual movie? Do we have a lead character? Or do we not? Because I'm starting to think like this movie might be a mess. Mainly because they're trying to give too many people too much screen time. Now, if you don't feel, I mean, she made a pretty big point here to say, I didn't feel like, as a young black woman, I was constantly standing behind the white guy, which for me is job done. And that was a very conscious decision for Gary. It's like, right, okay, or Kerry, sorry, Kerry Fukunaga. So I'm like, right, okay, well, she has to stand behind that white guy because the white guy is actually the lead of the film. So in a narrative structure sense, it doesn't matter whether you're black, right? Because narratively, the lead could be black. It doesn't matter. But narratively, lead characters have to lead the film. They lead the film. But are we not getting that now? Because of oppression? Maybe. Who knows? So again, anyway, it's just, honestly, it's such nonsense. This is all the background, remember? This is the background framework here. Because your thoughts on this, right, will mirror many other people's thoughts. And we're going to get to the Bond mania cope in a minute. Because I genuinely do believe that a lot of these interviews were signed off a long time ago. They didn't realise about the backlash or whatever. And now they've gone, fuck. We need to try and make people think that this movie's going to be a sellout. Fuck me. Anyway, we've got some super chats coming in. Eric Kennedy. Mr. H is a boss. I'm a huge fan of Bond. I still want to see the flick considering I own every movie and I need to complete it even if it's woke. And that's for $5. Thank you so much. Literally keeping the lights on here. Thank you. Let me scroll down here. Grace Jones. Right, there we go. Grace Jones. There we go. Sorry. Yeah, again, Grace Jones. Tough as fuck. Grace Jones. Exactly. She was a badass. Right? Come on. Like, absolute badass. Colin McLean for $20. Sorry, it's just jumped up a little bit there. It says, Dame Judi Dench, an icon as M. She was incredible as M. She was fantastic as M. And clearly, not much misogyny going on, because she was the head of MI5. Or yeah, it's MI5, isn't it? I mean, come on. But no, wait. Kerry Fukunaga and Lashana Lynch have come out. Misogyny and oppression, all right? And for limited screen time in each appearances, she's always headstrong, stands by her convictions, who won't take shit from her male peers, all without being an action lady. And that's from Colin McLean. And I couldn't agree with you more, Colin McLean. That is absolutely right. That is absolutely right. Like, it really is. She's great. She was great as M. Sassy. You wouldn't want to fuck with her. She's like, no, mate. You do as you're told. You're a dinosaur, Bond. I loved it. It was great. Cardinal Sin for $4.99 says, any feelings on the announcement of Russell T Davies returning to Doctor Who? I think that's just them try hard. I don't think that'll actually result in anything good, though. Because the BBC is still run by idiots, basically. And we got Keith Wendorf says, Grace Jones up against Roger Moore. Exactly. Good. Right now, so anyway, and bearing in mind, the Broccoli's own, well, Barbara Broccoli, it's not the Broccoli's anymore, as far as I'm aware. Barbara Broccoli owns the rights to Bond. She caretakers it, she manages it. And this individual said this, and this is what I find fascinating, and it is fascinating stuff. I think people are coming around with some kicking and screaming to accepting that stuff is no longer acceptable. Thank goodness. Bond is a character who was written in 1952, and the first film, Dr. No, came out in 1962. He's got a long history, and the history of the past is very different to the way he is being portrayed now. Well, that's a shame, because he was popular for a reason. That's a shame, isn't it? He has a fan base for a reason. Wait. My mind. It's exploding. He's popular because he was a well-written character. People liked the character. It appealed to people. It appealed to, men wanting to be sort of spies. It appealed to women who wanted to, get with spies. Fucking. I mean, come on. And now you're portraying him differently. Why? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? You silly idiots. Such idiots. Absolutely such idiots. Such nonsense. Hong Yao Yap became a channel member. Thank you so much. We do have memberships open on the channel if you want to support what I do here. Thank you so much. You can, actually, believe it or not, if you become a tier 2 channel member, you can watch my films. An hour-long documentary is on there right now. The Making of Breaking Lights. And also Breaking Lights will be on there soon as well. But thank you so much, Hong Yao Yap. Hopefully I've not butchered your name, dude. Strong and Grand dropped in for $5. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. It says, why can't these people create their woke heroes? Their own woke heroes. I know why. Because they need to eat the insides of storied heroes to slither in. Idiots. Well, that's the thing, isn't it, right? At the end of the day, it's essentially a case of trying to sort of occupy something that people find near and dear. Because it seems it's more palatable. Because people are well aware that they're not going to accept, just a brand new character that is devoid of any personality. And, you know, I guess a perfect example of that, of how it also backfired, would be Master of the Universe Revelations, right? So He-Man, Master of the Universe Revelations, is a series that portrayed itself as a, you know, the trailers portrayed itself as a He-Man series. We obviously soon learned, literally in the first episode, that it wasn't. It was Insufferable Bitch series. And I don't say that lightly. I've done many streams about this and I've discussed it. It's not about it being woke. It's about bad storytelling. But it obviously comes from that need to push an agenda, you know, pushing this sort of agenda forward. Now, no reason why, you know, Kevin Smith may have done that. I don't understand why. Probably a mandate from, I think it's Mattel, isn't it, that have He-Man. But they swapped out He-Man for Teela. Teela in the original series, very likable character, very nice, all about her friends. This one, literally first episode, He-Man dies, saving Eternia and sacrificing himself. And Teela literally tells the Queen and King, "You can't cry for you can't mourn for your only son's death because you all fucking lied to me, and I'm the center of the universe, so I hate you all." I mean, that's just bad storytelling. No matter what way you cut it, it's bad storytelling. But this is the thing, isn't it? It's more palatable when you do that, you know? Nowhere near as many people would have watched that series as they did if that was what they led with in the trailers. You know, if they led more with that in the trailers and they removed He-Man. So it's about palatability at the end of the day. So yeah, just to sort of chime in on your comment, that is exactly why they don't do that. Him Downstairs, great name, for $20 says, "Been watching your reviews for years, peace and blessings to you." Well, thank you so much, dude, really do appreciate that. I'm glad you've been watching the channel for a while, and thank you for supporting the channel live, really do appreciate that. Andrew Esty says, "Mr. H, hope you and all yours are blessed and well. There have been no reviews of No Time to Die as yet. Is this a concern?" So that would actually be an embargo related thing. And so that will go on to, you know, the sort of next few bits and pieces that we'll be talking about here, is that the embargoes. Now, I've been to world premieres, I've been to advanced screenings, and normally embargoes are set up for a reason. They're set up so you keep tight-lipped, drop them NDAs, basically. You can't talk about this film until this date. And you go, okay, you're fine, no worries. And normally the date is a great indication of the quality of the film, how it's going to be perceived, but also studio confidence in that film. We've had none at all. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know when the embargo is up, but we're getting this chatter now. You would think if they were confident and the reviews coming out from the critics that had, you know, viewed it were positive, they would have allowed them to talk about it. So to me, let's put two and two together and say that the embargo is probably quite late, quite close to the release, and as such, the reviews are probably not going to be that good. But that's pure guesswork. I put my hands up and I say, I am guessing. So it is a concern, but obviously I've sort of articulated as to why. Now, let's just scroll a bit further down. Carl Westwood sent £1, but then removed the message. Sorry, dude. Don't know what happened there. Keith Wendorf dropped in for £5. Says, "Do these Muppets realise Bond is a fictional character? It's like the USA in the 60s, dumbing down Batman so it wasn't so violent, so it became cartoonish." Yeah, I agree. I mean, it you know, people don't understand. Well, I think they do understand that it's a fictional character, but they're choosing to, like I said, make a more palatable version of the character under the skin of the one that we like. Carl Westwood, again, for £1. Bit confused by that, dude. No comment. I hope you're all right. Immortal Rimus says, "It's starting to seem now that only when all the originals are destroyed, they will greenlight original diverse characters." Yeah, I don't know, you know. And also, thank you so much for the £4.49, dude. Really appreciate that. Again, anyone who's helping support the channel now with super chats and joining in the conversation, thank you all so much. When we're doing topics like this and I need to sort of start talking about the thing, and, you know, super chats are the way that you can join the conversation. It sort of makes sense while we're getting through a chunky topic. You might say a Nomi topic. I know that was fucking bad. I know. But they need to do a joke about Nomi. They must do a joke about Nomi, tasty, you know, that sort of thing. They must do. They won't because it's misogynistic, but they should. I'm standing by that. But anyway, so it's starting to seem now that only when the originals are destroyed, they will greenlight original diverse characters. Maybe. I don't know. The thing is, I don't see any of that actually happening already, which is a bit strange. Because you think by now that they've destroyed so much that they would. But they haven't. So it is a bit interesting, isn't it? Logan Johnson says, being woke and or killing off beloved clearly is more important than providing awesome entertainment and good story writing. Yeah, I mean, like, at the end of the day, you know, I don't want to approach it from like a case of, oh, this is woke. Like, I don't, you know, that's and I've said this time and time again, that's actually quite a lazy argument to have. You know, we can pick this apart from just, you know, it's bad story structure. I mean, if you've got two characters that are the lead compete for screen time, that's a bad film, right? You know, if you've got all the characters compete for screen time, like they've indicated here, that's bad. If you're specifically changing how the character is now, you know, it's different to where he's portrayed now. Why? Because he was loved for a reason. What are you doing? You know, these are all the kind of things that, you know, we could talk about now rather than just going down the sort of, you know, woke argument, which, again, like I said, I do, and I've said this time and time again, I do feel is quite lazy. But, let's get to the media cope. Ladies and gents, let's get to the media cope, shall we? Because this is important, right? This is important. This was all the background. This was the laying the framework for the media cope. And I say media cope, but I do actually think, ladies and gents, I do think this is MGM and Barbara Broccoli shitting a brick. Okay? They got 900 million to break even. Remember that. 900 million. So let's have a look, shall we, ladies and gents, at what I perceive to be them absolutely shitting a brick. Bond Mania. Fucking Bond Mania. Bond Mania, ladies and gents. Oh. But, go away. So we got Bond Mania here. Oh dear, oh dear. We got 377 viewers. Can we get 300 likes? Come on. Come on. Even for the nommy joke, you can smash that like button. Marshmallow dropped in and says, I commented on your video that a lot of misogyny comes from other women out of jealousy and bitterness. Statistically speaking, women who get bullied online, it does actually come from other women. If you look at it, the majority of insulting comments, they'll come from men. Women tend to dislike women that are more attractive than themselves. And men don't. Men love an attractive woman. So they're not going to be like, put your tits away, you slag. They're going to be going, you look all right there. Like, come on, like, obviously. I mean, that's just, you do some research on it. Statistically speaking, it is women that bully other women online. So you could say, yeah, the misogyny does actually come from other women, which is, you know, but we all knew that. We all know that. But apparently it's like newsflash to some idiots these days. They're like, what? Women are more misogynistic than men? Yes, they are. To other women, yes, they are. Come on. Did you not know this? Yes, they are. Like, women can be bitchy to other women. It's just a fact. Like, women will admit this. Women in the stream, will you admit this, please? Anyway, Pharaoh T-Man 23 says, H, how much dollar does Hollywood have to lose before they realise nobody wants woke? I mean, this is where you start to realise, like, it's definitely a slosh. You know, it's like a slush, isn't it, right? I hope you're all enjoying this. Anyway, this is great. I'm loving this stream. This is good fun for me. I'm having a ball here. Right, so let's dive into this. Right, so this is Bond Mania. Fucking Bond Mania. I mean, come on, Bond bloody mania. Right, here we go. So Bond Mania. Cinemas are hiring extra staff for No Time to Die release. Really? Bearing in mind what we've just seen, your reaction to it and things like that, I just don't see it. Like, I don't personally see it, right? This is a film that I want to be good, but I'm not sat here going, I think this is going to be astounding, right? Like, I just don't see it. I don't see the buzz over the trailers. I get more, so obviously, you know, I do trailer reviews and reactions and things like that, and I get more traction talking about Predator lawsuit, right? The lawsuit about a bloody Predator film, which, you know, no one else is really talking about, but I do a little update on that, and people are like, I want to talk, I want to listen to this. I get more views about the Predator lawsuit than I do about James Bond. About the trailers, about anything to do with James Bond. People are not tapping into it. right? And this is why one of the things I've said, I've always said from the off, I said the Batman's going to be big. Lots of people are viewing it. It's huge. Lots of people are viewing June. Videos are massive, huge. And like when you do these videos, you do get a cross section. And admittedly, it's only a very small, it's like a small census, but it's still a census nonetheless. From what I can see, people just aren't interested in Bond. They're just not. But Bond Mania, ladies and gents. Fucking Bond Mania. Let's hear it. It's here. It's here, ladies and gents. It's here. Daniel Craig's delayed last outing is expected to be the second biggest Bond film in UK box office after Skyfall. What? Really? According to who? Again, remember, I don't think this is The Guardian, right? I say mainstream media, but I think that they've been told to write this kind of stuff. I think MGM is shitting a brick. Daniel Craig's last outing. Bear in mind, if I'm wrong, I'll tell you I'm wrong. I've done it before with many videos. I'm happy to. You gotta show some humility. Being humble and humbling yourself to humility is very important. I have fucked off so many people recently that don't have any humility. Right? I'm happy to do it. You must have humility in life. It's a very important trait. Very important trait. But anyway, Daniel Craig's last outing as 007 is expected to be the biggest opening weekend at the British box office since Avengers Endgame. More than 2 years ago. Well, that's only because, of course, we had Corona. As cinemas hire hundreds of extra staff to cope with Bond Mania. I mean, come on now. Bollocks. I call absolute bollocks to that. Like, seriously. Word on the ground, ladies and gents. Do you see this? Do you see the excitement? Do you see the hype? Now, bearing in mind, like I said, the first trailer, bad, just a bit bland. Clearly, pushing some kind of agenda, belittling Bond and stuff like this. Second trailer, none of that. Clearly trying to portray it differently. But it's just boring. It's just a boring trailer. Nothing about it amped me up. Terrible. Advanced ticket sales have put No Time to Die on track. So they're not there yet, right? Remember that, they're not there yet. It's on track to be the second highest grossing film. The second highest grossing film. No Time to Die is on look. It is on track to be the second highest grossing film in the 59-year-old franchise after it finally gets its world public premiere on the 30th of September. Where? We're at the 24th of September. There's no reviews. The embargo. What is going on? The second highest grossing film in nearly 60 years. I just don't see it. Do you? Do you see this? Like, seriously? Unreal. Carl Westwood drops in and says, sorry I'm so lame. I figured it out. My message was to say, as a tier 2 member and watch the Making or Breaking Lights, and wow. I was so emotional because I related to it. Well, thank you so much, man. So Carl Westwood dropped in, obviously, tier 2 member here. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed the making of. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Glad you watched it. Thank you so much. And I'm glad you related to it. I'm glad you got something from it. Thank you. Keith Wendorf says, the only reason it would be the biggest Bond ever is because it has been put back so often. Muppets are biting at the bit to see it. Are they, though? Are they, though? I don't know. Bond Mania bollocks, says Wall, 1970. Thank you so much. Now, it follows an almost 18-month delay and 4 release date changes. And almost being sold to Netflix or Amazon Prime. And cinema owners are pulling out all the stops to sate demand with the film to be screened in more than 700 cinemas across the UK and Ireland. That is not a lot, is it really? Many of the biggest and most popular sites, such as in London, are playing the 25th instalment of the Super Spy franchise in back-to-back sessions from 1 minute past midnight on Thursday, after advance sales hit pre-pandemic levels. All right, and here we go. This I don't see it. I could be wrong, but I just don't see it. Now here's the chief executive review. It is going to be the biggest opening weekend since the pandemic began. Not that fucking hard to do, though, is it? Let's be honest. Not that hard to do. So it's Tim Richards, the chief executive of Vue, the UK's third largest cinema operator. There's one near me. I quite like Vue's, actually. They've got really shit seats. Horrible seats, Vue. Even if you pay for the most expensive ones, they're garbage. They hurt my back. I hate them very much. Don't pay 30p. Don't pay for the extra seats. donate money to MediCinema. I do that every time I go to the cinema. You should always do that, just a heads up. It's a charity where I've got to pitch this bloody charity because it's important. I do it every time I go to the cinema. They screen movies to life-threatening, issues. Kids with life-threatening issues in hospital and stuff like that. Very important. Always donate. Do it. You're a scumbag if you don't. It costs like 30 pence or something like that. Do it. Anyway, COVID and changing consumer habits mean there are more advanced... I genuinely do. There are more advanced bookings made now than we used to see. Notwithstanding that it looks like Bond is going to have the biggest opening weekend here since Avengers Endgame in 2019. I mean, that's not a massive... It's not a massive... sort of push on its popularity there, though, is it? Well, it's going to have the biggest opening weekend as a blockbuster since the last blockbuster when things were actually open. I mean, come on, it's not that good, is it? Jesus. Richard said View, which is showing the film in all 91 of its venues, has had to increase staff numbers by about 10%, adding about 450 new employees to its 4,500 regular workforce to handle Bond mania. Yes, Guardian, that's how 10% works. 450 would mean that its normal employees are 4,500. Like, fuck God. Well, no one expects No Time to Die to come near Avengers Endgame, the highest grossing film of all time. Made 31.4 million in its UK opening weekend and 43.4 million over 4 days from its Thursday premiere in April 2019. It looks set to be one of the biggest Bond films ever. All right. And again, I could be completely wrong, but here we go. This is just View, right? We sold more advanced tickets to No Time to Die in 24 hours than we did for Spectre in a month. Yep. Because Spectre thought it was shit. But most people didn't like Spectre. Come on. Like, what? Oh, no, was Spectre the good one? I can't even remember which one Spectre was now. Says Richards. To be even-handed, there are now significant increases in advanced bookings, but it's still tracking to be bigger than Spectre. Alright. To be even-handed, there are now significant increases in advanced bookings. So they're basically saying, yeah, most people are doing advanced bookings. They are because you have to, because they've limited capacity now. Or did they change that? I can't remember. That's the thing. I think most people think that they've changed capacity limits still. Advanced bookings is always, like, sure, fine. So they're like, well, advanced bookings increased anyway, but it's still tracking to be bigger than Spectre. Right, fine, sure, maybe. Immortal Rymus says, no matter what they say, for me, they have yet to make a 007 film that will ever live up to GoldenEye. GoldenEye was the best. I'm invincible. So good. That was GoldenEye, wasn't it? That'd be embarrassing if it's not. Keith Wendorf, say £30 for cinema. That gets me the DVD and a third of my Rammstein ticket for Cardiff next year. What's that charity again, H? MediCinema, I think, is the charity, if I remember rightly. Anyway, so in 2015, Spectre made 95 million at the UK box office. That's really good. And 880 million globally, making it the second biggest film. Which one? So which one was Spectre? Let me have a look. I think I'm getting... People are saying I'm tripping, so I'm clearly getting it muddled up. Hold on, I am Googling. Right, anyway, so let me Google Spectre. Which one was Spectre? Oh no, that one was all right. That one wasn't too bad at all. No. No. Oh, no. Oh, God. Right, anyway. So, Craig's last outing as Bond will without question be the biggest film of the year in the UK. It's not without question. All right. But it remains to be seen if 007 has the ability to bring back the global movie-going masses still hesitant to return to cinemas due to the pandemic. Since only one Bond film has ever grossed 1 billion, I'm not really going out on a limb here by saying No Time to Die won't reach that box office bullseye in the middle of a pandemic, says Jeff Bock, a senior box office analyst at the industry analyst exhibitor relations. In fact, with only one domestic release topping half that in 2021, just getting halfway there would be an achievement. To be the biggest film of the year, No Time to Die would have to overtake the Chinese comedy Hi Mom, which has made 822 million, and F9, the latest in the Fast Furious franchise, was pulled in. Blah 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 blah. So there we go, right? So I'm not seeing the Bond mania. Are you seeing the Bond mania? Chris says Roger M. Bond told a girl to get dressed when she turned up in his bed, as it wouldn't have been appropriate. His Bond was a gentleman. Yeah, exactly. And now let's go and have a look. James Bond, No Time to Die. So I want to look at the trailers, right? I want to see these trailers. Final US trailer 3 weeks ago, only 10 million views. 10 million views the final trailer had. That's 3 weeks ago. First trailer to No Time to Die, 1 year ago, 20 million views. I remember June got like 20 or 24 million in like a week or something like that. Come on. Bond mania? Really? Like, to claim that there's going to be Bond mania seems to sort of negate, again, like No Time to Die trailer UK 1 year ago, only 10 million views. It's not. To say that James Bond No Time to Die is going to be an absolute smash hit and is going to do all of that kind of, crazy numbers. I mean, that would seem to indicate that all these other things are going to do those kind of crazy numbers, right? Based on, popularity and what people are watching and things like that. June trailer came out a year ago. 36 million views. 20 million, 36. 20 million, 36. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing the Bond mania. I just don't get it. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it at all. Okay, I could be wrong. But when we're talking about all of these things, when we're looking at the cross section of the census, what people are viewing, what people are excited for, June people are excited for, 34 million views. That trailer, 34 million views. That's insane. 20 million views. And people are like, June's not going to do shit. June's going to be boring. June's fucking blah, 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 blah. It's like, okay, well, that's fine. But by what metrics are you judging that for then? Like, how are you ascertaining that hype? Where are you seeing it? 20 million. 34. So I don't know. I don't know where people are seeing it now. So there you go. Like I said, this whole stream is literally James Bond, No Time to Die, and the mainstream media cope. And maybe it's a little bit of cope. Maybe it is. Maybe it's also a little bit of the Broccoli's absolutely shitting a brick because they know that they got like 900 million to get back, which is just ridiculous. Jarrett Barnett says this is seriously setting up to be a massive flop. So yeah, guys, that's basically the main topic now. Let's get some of your thoughts on all of this. Please do. I want to hear your thoughts. If you're comparing current ticket sales to past ticket sales, is inflation being accounted for? No, I don't think that they are in all of that, by the way. I don't think that they are. That's from Sean. Ellie Moses says, in all seriousness, 900 million is a tough target to break now. Fast 9 had the help of China. And I doubt Bond will do as well as that film there. No, I don't think Bond does very well in China, if I remember rightly. Otis, 34 million views. 34 million opening weekend. Yeah, true. You're right, yeah, true. Well, they did like 36 million opening weekend, didn't they, actually? That's interesting. And that was only in 24 markets. And it's got a China release. Yeah, that is a very astute observation, good sir. We got nearly 400 people watching this video. Can we get the likes up a little bit more, please, ladies and gents? Also, side note to anyone watching this and enjoying it, we do have memberships open. We do have super chats, we've got Patreon, all that good stuff. You can support what I do here. Support these streams. You know, if you like the stream, support it, I guess. These are good fun. I enjoy doing these. I'm going to see it because I need the cinema back in my life. Large sweet and salted popcorn. Yes. Yeah, sweet and salted popcorn. Delicious. I do enjoy a good salted popcorn with a very large drink because my lips would be disgusting. And ladies and gents, you know what I feel about disgusting lips? Dry lips. Oh, yeah. So a large drink with my salted popcorn. Please. But yeah, no, I would. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm going to see it anyway. Like, I have to watch these things anyway. And as I've always said about any films coming out, there is that I always want films to be good. I want everyone to enjoy the film that they go and see. Why? Because it costs them money, it costs them time. Time is money, productivity. There's so much there, right? We all like, even if I dislike a film, if you like it, good. Like, I'm actually genuinely happy for you. And I do want this film to be good because it's going to be long runtime. Mark my words, it's going to be a long runtime. And you know, I'd like it to be good, so I don't waste my time. But equally so, you know, if I watch this film where we have to do a group therapy session, those live streams that I do, then we'll be doing it. Marshmallow for £5 is getting some Terminator Dark Fate vibes here. Christ, I had to check if I got the name right. Yeah, Terminator Dark Fate, Jesus. You looked straight at the camera for that lip balm application. I did. Gotta have moist lips, ladies and gents. Ladies and gents, you must have moist lips. Izorion says, I'm sure Bond ticket sales will be buoyed by Twitter blue check marks because, you know, they showed up in droves for Ghostbusters 2016. And I should say, yeah. But again, the other concerning thing, and it is concerning, is the distinct lack of reviews that have come out, right? We don't have any reviews. There clearly is an embargo here. You know, there's an embargo at the moment. There must be. And that's a shame, you know. It's where is it? What's going on? That's not awe-inspiring. It's not confidence-inspiring, is it? Zephyr-chan, my dude, your box of dog treats never arrived. I'm glad you made it to a live stream, so I could sort of just quickly tell you that. If you didn't know what I'm referring to, I have a PO box, which is in the description box, the address. Obviously, people have been sending things for me, for Jasper. Where is Jasper? Oh, you're out there. Jasper's over here for a change. And unfortunately, depending on what courier you use, it'll either get to me or it won't. And it seems Zephyr-chan's has sort of ended up in the abyss, sadly. But if you do want to send me anything, please do. The PO box is in the description box down below. I still haven't received any panties yet. Someone actually said that on a stream that I would be getting that, but no, I have not received any. I'm not saying I want any, by the way. I'm just saying I haven't. Eagle Italia says, deserve this, dude. A good chat. Enjoyed this. They're getting Bond wrong. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, unequivocally so. I mean, the fact that they're choosing to sort of modernize and sort of, you know, change the portrayal of him because apparently the 50s was wrong, and it's like, it's just such nonsense. There's, you know, you can slowly sort of update the character to interact with a modern setting, right? You know, the 50s Bond isn't going to know how to use a fucking smartphone, is he? Like, obviously. So you update him in those sensibilities, but you've got to keep the core personality the same. Why? Because he was wrote a certain way. People like him to be a certain thing. It's nonsense to change it. Bounding into Comics is here. Latest US trailer only has 10 million views. Yeah, exactly. I mean, exactly. I mean, nice to have you in, guys. I never know who I'm referring to when you guys drop in. But yeah, I mean, you're completely right. Like, I don't see the Bond mania. Apparently we got Bond mania. I don't see it. Where is the Bond mania? You know, where is this utter Bond mania that's apparently sweeping the nation? You know, the first trailer is always going to have the most, but that only has 20 million views. That was a year ago. June's first trailer, 34 million views. The excitement levels are completely different. Completely different. Right, let me scroll down here a little bit. Punk 5 Pop says this movie is selling out, but not at the box office. I like that. That's funny, dude. Appreciate that. That is funny. Banding into comics is John. Well, hi John. Nice to have you. Nice to have you in the chat, my dude. Appreciate it. Appreciate you dropping by. Did anyone even get a notification for my stream? These notifications seem to be super bad, right? Donovan Bradford says, I find it funny that they are trying to hype up movies like Bond, The Eternals and others versus GVK, Mortal Kombat, Quiet Place 2. No problem with selling tickets because people knew what they were getting. Yeah, precisely. It is interesting, you know, you can see, and it's very apparent, it's very, very apparent, you can see the drive, the push, the media, you know, curtailing towards a certain movie. And it's just sad. Like, it's just sad. You can see that that's what they're doing. Medic says, hey, Mr. H, have your opinions on Venom let there be kind of changed? If so, what are they? I think the trailers are cringe. No, I think the trailers are what they were supposed to be, you know? I think it was always supposed to be a bit dumb fun. The first one was dumb fun. Second one's going to be dumb fun. I mean, they are cringe, but I think they're supposed to, in my head, they're supposed to be cringe. You know, I'm not looking at that as a serious movie, basically. I think it's going to be good dumb fun. Harmless dumb fun. I don't see any issue with that. I like the first one. It was just as it being dumb fun. It was a big mess, big CGI bloated mess, but it was good dumb fun, and I like a good dumb fun movie. Viper 1983 says, you were below another Bond vid. Oh, nice. Good. Well, I appreciate that. Felicity Poubelle, nice to have you on. Says, wonder if Kerry Fukunaga going hard on the past Bond movie hate means that Alexandra Daddario from the first season of True Detective is going to come out and claim that he misbehaved when directed it. Ooh. That's interesting, isn't it? We do hear that the people that shout the loudest, you know, screaming and screeching of these things are always the people that are, you know, the sort of least to be trusted. So yeah, I mean, that's a very interesting point. I was kind of hoping for Venom to be a superhero horror movie. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was ever going to... They've come out recently and said, oh, hey, look, you know, our rating was absolutely considered. Really? Come on. Was it? Was it really? Cellador.au says, Mr. H, people want popcorn flicks. Bond angles to be one, but it's not. It's in hard place and winning neither. Not keeping the Bond past, but not that entertaining compared to comp either. Exactly. Yeah. Sorry, just been a bit distracted. So Keith Wendorf says, notification for Wednesday's stream appeared 5 minutes after the stream for me. I got the notification for tonight's at 9:02. Oh, not too bad then. Not too bad. No, I had to... my phone, basically. You know, other things go down whilst I'm streaming. I'm not praying, no. I'm not a religious man. Cellador.au says, Mr. H reviews would be better if they compared numbers to Casino Royale. Yeah, I agree. I do agree. Yeah, I agree. I can't believe someone thought I was praying. Jesus, that's funny. Let me just scroll back up. You repeating the Bond mania thing. Entertainment media always does that. There's any sort of mania for any half entertaining films at the moment with people starved for it. Yeah, but I don't see the Bond mania. I don't think that that's a thing that's even happening right now. Yo, Mr. H, have you seen Under the Silver Lake? I've not. No. What is that? Timothy Dalton was the last great Bond. Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. Rex Blazer has been a member for 4 months. 4 months. Thank you so much, my dude. Thank you so much. We're getting a lot of these anniversary messages now from people. Appreciate it. Thank you all so much for being members. If you like this stream, consider becoming a member for 99 pence. What you have access to is weekly playthroughs, members-only live streams, and there are literally members-only live streams. There's one after this. And you also get access to my films as well for the Tier 2 membership. But, you know, you can join for 99p and get access to everything else. So become a member. You might like it. You also get access to a cool little icon and special emojis that no one else gets access to. Ellie Moses says 90 minutes equals more room for screenings and also potential rewatch value as people might go see it a second time. Yeah, true. 90 minutes. That's That's it. Is No Time to Die 90 minutes? That's a really short film. That's a very short Bond film. William Barr says new Blade film sounds dead on arrival. 12 rating and director says it won't be canon to previous. Jesus H. Tap Dancing Christ, why? Yeah, I mean, it was never going to be, unfortunately, canon to the rest of them. It's a complete reboot, isn't it? Sadly. And it was never going to be R rating either. Like, I don't know why anyone ever thought it was going to be. It's just not. It should be. I agree it should be, but it was never going to be. Logan says, yo, did any of you guys hear about Sean Connery passing away a couple of days ago? And Mr. H, what are your thoughts on Connery's portrayal of Bond? But yeah, Bond's... Yeah, I like Sean Connery's Bond, personally. I extremely enjoyed the Doom Eternal stream. Good. Ellie Moses, been a member longer than Amber Heard's career. 9 months. Fuck's sake. That's brilliant. Good one, Ellie. Good one, my dude. That is great. Seller.au, but entertainment media and mania thing. I meant the bar lower at the moment. Anything half entertaining like Godzilla vs. Kong or fast movies. People out in droves. Bond hopes to be that. Yeah, I guess so. Maybe that is also what they're trying to tap into there as well. Sadly. Yeah, it is interesting, isn't it? I mean, it's nonsense, but it's still interesting nonetheless. Amber Heard would make a good Bond, would she? Oh, Jesus. I don't think she'd be that good. So anyway, ladies and gents, that is the end of the stream. Thank you all for joining me. Bit of these ones were topics. They sort of wind up nicely. I hope you all enjoyed it live. If you did, smash that like button like a corner shop hooker. I would appreciate that. I'm sure a corner shop hooker would appreciate it too. So, ladies and gents. Oh, we got Rex Blazer quickly sent $5. It's been suggested if nobody showed up to the theatre, Hollywood would have no choice but to listen. Definitely would happen, but what do you think? I don't think that's ever going to happen. People always say vote with your wallets, but no, it never does, sadly. And the thing is that you do have to watch it to see, but there are more and more people that are just choosing not to go there either. So I think maybe it's slowly happening, but we'll have to see. But I do agree with you. Yeah, I don't think that's ever really going to happen. But yeah, so thank you all so much for joining. Smash the like button. Please do share it. This will obviously be on the channel after the fact, so please do share it. Moving forwards, we've got Creepypasta Saturdays. I've got a near 45-minute video for you tomorrow. Hope you enjoy it. Coming up in coming weeks, we will be having Predator Dark Ages writer, director, James Bush, I think his name is. He's going to be dropping in to do a watch-along of Predator Dark Ages. Yes, that's right, the near 12 million viewed fan film. He's going to come on. We're going to do a watch-along. We're going to talk about it, all for you guys. So save up some pennies because you'll need to join in the chat with that with Super Chats, I'm afraid. Because obviously having guests and stuff like that doesn't, that's kind of the way it has to go. But we'll be doing a members-only stream after this, so stay tuned for that, members. Head on over to the community tab if you want to join in the members-only stream. Become a member for 99p. That's about it. Take care. Peace.